Welcome back to Aether Race. This is week 115 defense replays. So defense replays. This week was a pretty interesting week. As I have been doing in the last couple of weeks, it's a brand new defense. Yeah. So we saw some very interesting units. This is of course the first week of Bolt of Heaven. So obviously all these players were good enough to at least make it to tier 27-28 in the previous season. So for the most part, we saw a lot of people trying to tank from these two spots right here. I mean, unfortunately for her, she was just not able to handle this. And then thanks to dancing and this Ike that did not have this encounter, they lost both their units right off the bat. On this one, the positions of Sarah, Bramimon, and Rinea were different than when they ended up later on in the week. Here, Sotis is able to outspeed the goat and just one-shot her. And lots of repositions to keep me away from them. Yeah, and they're just... I don't know. I'm pretty sure over here they're just trying to finish out the match because they don't really stand much of a chance. At least they get to kill Sarah right here. That's pretty much all they get. Yeah, and then it's pretty much over right here. Thanks to Bramimon. So yeah, this one was not really like a good measure of how the team would work throughout the week, just because they kind of just lost their one unit, and then they just decided to keep going even though they have no plan. This one we did manage to get a kill, and of course the power of Guinevere cannot be underestimated. Being able to just one-shot us like that. But here, because of this, their stacking, they barely survived Sotis, but managed to take her out. And here's where they make their mistake. They just didn't have a way to get Peony out once they set her to dance. I mean, once they attacked, they couldn't dance her because obviously Dancer cannot dance. Here, Bramon just kind of sticks himself in a corner. They do gamble a trap right there. But I guess they do have a way to just dance the next turn if they had hit it. Yeah, thanks to Wings of Mercy, they're able to get their Aversa out of the way. And then just avoid Eldigan till it's time, pretty much. Here, however, Eldigan kind of gets in their way. And because of deflect melee, it's very hard to kill. So they just gave up on the Aether. This one also lost one unit. And this is a Henry. This is the one of two Henrys that we encountered this week, which is super weird to me because before this, I had not seen a Henry. So Henry with flame support is able to take on Sotis, mostly because of the his guard effect on his weapon. Bramon, of course, hits him pretty hard because Bramon will always Bramimon. They get a heal and they retreat. And yeah, Sotis just keeps hitting. But we had pushed them back enough so they're in range of their own healing tower. Brahmon does not go down. Then Renea. Then a dance into a reposition. I mean a heal into a reposition. Deflect magic. So here they kind of messed up because it's really because of the way they did that last turn that this happened. And they lost their Peony. Yeah, that's the only unit they lost. Cannot dance anymore, so yeah, pretty much. Finally, weaken him enough to be able to finish him off. Sarah goes after Flame and almost kills her. It got pretty close. Pretty sure closer than they were expecting. So they kind of forced to leave the Aether and retreat. This one only lost 1 unit, but that was enough for them to quit. So yeah, they're going. Shutting down one of my units thanks to Thok. And then send Leon, but Brahmon is able to do enough damage that it kind of weakens their team. Thankfully, due to my trap placement, is very they can just go in after the traps like it's nothing. And here we get the kill. Leon does have a bad match. Well, not a bad matchup, but a hard time against green units that are extremely tanky. Here we calculated it, and Air does not get the one shot on Asbel. And then the Sothis, there really is not much they can do to just kill her. Because she's, this is Raffle Staff. And then, yeah, a staff, yeah, this is Raffle Staff and she does not have Dazzling. With Dazzling, they could have, but without it. This is a Bike team. Bike who is getting a Resplendent unit next month, so. Of course, he's a good counter. Not able to double us, which does cost me the dance. Brahmimon goes and gets the Mila kill on one of, I believe, 2 or 3 times this happened last week, the same exact play. Air barely survives that matchup. And here, well, Sotis has a Hardy Bearing, so not only did she kill Bike, but she also kills Susina. And that's it. Once they lost pretty much all their main forces. For this team, we have this monstrosity, which is the reason why I did not want to take. I was not gonna take this rematch because +10, +5, someone supported Edgar, distant counter, pulse smoke, mirror sense. So yeah, things like that are expensive, and if you have enough to get one of those, I don't know, and I don't want to know what else you have. Yeah, sturdy impact, glimmer. Well, glimmer is nothing but sturdy impact. And yeah, it's pretty much just Brave Edgar destroys everything, because that's what Brave Edgar does. Due to her having the 80 damage reduction on the second hit. Bramon is at least able to do some damage, but Bramon is a pretty good counter to her. Here they weaken Sothis enough so that Edgar can finish her off in one hit. And then that's pretty much it. I mean, it's not much we can do against that Edgar. And she's so bulky that Sarah cannot do any damage to her. Even though Sarah has, she is pretty, she has a lot of attacks, so. They're making sure all their other units are stay clear of her. Now, I'm not sure what she attacked from underneath. I was hoping she would move in next to the healing tower or something like that, just to stay out of the way. Yeah, from here they just set up the Aether and finish off Sarah. And even if she had like Miracle, it wouldn't matter because she would have still died. Edgar just one-shot her. And this is the second one. The second Henry of the week. Very, very weird. Have you guys gotten hit by a Henry before? Like, I don't think I've seen Henrys before today. So this one just goes straight for the tanking. And then it's a dance. And there's the Brahmon play again. And that's it. That's good enough for them to leave. Here we got our first lost points for the week. And it's another Leon. So this is the second fallen Leon we fought. Peony, I will be glad when she's no longer a bonus unit because she is just so strong with bonus stats. But yeah, here they go. Get the Aether, get the Leon in place, and bait Rinea. So Rinea will be on next light season. She will be getting replaced by Plumeria, and Brahmon is gonna get replaced by another mage, possibly a blue mage. Everybody else will remain the same. So here they bait Eldigan. Not good enough to kill that Milla, but that Leon also did not kill Sarah. And they're just making clever movements, like stay out of unnecessary range, bait them one at a time, now that they got rid of the dancers. Yeah, just reposition their units for buffs and stuff like that. As yeah, just Leon is not fast enough to double, so he takes his time killing Sarah. Like, she doesn't even have bonus stats yet, so she will definitely be able to take a better hit next light season. Here we're kind of stuck in a reposition loop. They proc that ball tower in order for Camilla to be able to one-shot us and move in to kill Aspel. Otherwise, they would just possibly die. Okay, so next we have this one. And yeah, this was another one that I would not want to take as a rematch because, well, they do have a plus 10 Norn, and many people have a plus 10 Norn. They have a plus 10 Shannon, and that is very expensive. I had a Shannon and I immediately fought him off for his steady posture. Well, my second Shannon. I still have one Shannon. Here they double bait. They technically run a triple tank setup. If it wasn't for Pole Smoke, we would have been able to do some good damage on that Guinevere. And then Sarah goes in. While she doesn't die, she doesn't position herself in a very good spot either. And then Shannon, just with all the buffs that he gets from his weapon, is able to outspeed my Sophist. Ball tower hits, so Norn can easily one-shot Eldigan. Here they're baiting Rinea. And it's like, okay, she takes 0 damage, no problem. So they push forward. I don't know why they moved Mila though, so. Because she nearly dies right here. I wonder if they would quit if they got that kill. If I got that kill. Alright, so we get another success, 2 kills on this one. Lots of Guineveres we saw this week too. Now here Temari actually is part of why they lose. From the debuffs of Temari. So yeah, like when everybody has a debuff, then Brahmon is the one that is gonna get affected by Kia staff. So there goes the buffs. And there goes Brahmon. Got really close. Fortunately, Rinea just doesn't have the oomph to finish it off. And then, yeah, Altina, Twin Blades, bonus stats. And here's the problem. They hit that gravity trap, which means they had to leave one unit alive. And here, of course, they're not gonna leave her in front of him. Altina in front of Eldigan. Thanks to Temari debuffs. Kia staff activated on him, and of course he gave him bonus stats in order to kill that Mila. And then Sarah just went in and killed their Peony. And then for the last 2 matches, we got the GOAT, very strong GOAT, Mila, Fallen Julia, Ninlin, and Peony. So yeah, Ninlin has disarm trap, so they can step on the traps all day long. And while they do wait for Bolt Tower, I don't think they need it because, yeah, 54 damage, one hit. They do not need it. So just one hit and then retreat. We do get to heal a little bit. But yeah, Fallen Julia is pretty strong. And of course, she negates effective damage, not effective damage, adaptive damage, and she has a low all. So
Think you can beat us? Think again!
so there's Ninlin. And all we got left is Eldigan. So they don't actually get any Aether. And they should have been able to at least get one Aether in the next turn. Because Julia could have broken this. I guess Julia could not. Ninlin could have destroyed it. Then reposition her. They could have tried. And then the final match of the week. The only New Year's Alphonse we saw all week, so this person, just like me, was no, they're not out of ladder, so I hope they were not out of ladder since they lost, so activate his ability and set to tank. Of course, the debuffs get removed on Bramon, so Bramon just gets to hit Alphonse really hard. And then, once we don't have any debuffs, we're able to just finish him off. Too many support units, not enough combat units. As well was the MVP. And yeah, so it was a pretty good week on defense. We only lost 60 points, so unfortunately, due to day 5, losing all the ladders and losing a whole set of Aether, we did not make it to tier 38. But we'll try again next week, and we'll try to again next light season if we make it. But yeah, so that is it for these defense replays. I thank you all for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.